and welcome to another episode of EasyHealthyBread.com. I'm Heather, your host. In this week's video, I'm just going to show you a simple method to check if your yeast is still good. I don't normally check my yeast very often, and certainly if I know the expiration date of the yeast, I don't check it at all. But sometimes you transfer yeast into another container and you forget to write the expiration date on it, which is what I did. So I thought I'd show you a simple way to test it before you use it for a recipe, just to save yourself some heartbreak. So what you will do is, if your recipe calls for any sort of liquid, you can just use this method. So if your recipe calls for 1 cup of water, pour out 1 cup of water in a dish. I just have mine in my measuring thing here. And you just want it to be a little lukewarm. And then if your recipe, however much yeast your recipe calls for and yeast that you want to use or water that it calls for, just use that amount. So you can scale this to whatever you need. So say you just need a teaspoon of yeast. So go like that. Just put it right in your water. And then put in a tiny pinch of sugar, just a little. Something for the yeast to eat. You can probably see it will fall to the bottom. And then we're just going to let it sit. We're going to check back in like a couple minutes, and we'll be able to tell right away if our yeast is ready to go or if we need to run to the store and get some new yeast for our bread recipe. So I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. So I let my yeast sit here for a little while, over 10 minutes. As you can see, my yeast did not perform. My yeast has gone bad. This is pretty old, which is why I wanted to test it. And so I've saved myself a lot of time and heartache. I'm going to proof some good yeast, and I'll include some pictures in the video and this post so you know what it should look like. But it should have some bubbles and it should be kind of foamy. This is just like groggy gray water. So just, if this happens to you, don't worry about it. You can postpone your baking until tomorrow, or you can run to the store, or whatever you need to do. But throw out the yeast. If you are really like, it should be working, and I just did this double check, and I don't know why, sometimes it'll take a little while, so give it another 10 minutes. I gave mine a full 20 minutes, and I got nothing. So now at least you know how to save yourself from losing a lot of flour, sugar, and whatever else you had in your bread ingredient, and precious time. Make sure you proof your yeast if you're not sure that it's within its expiration date. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks!